Hey guys, so if you watched my haul video that I did on Saturday, then you know that I purchased some products from Revolution recently. I got two of the eyeshadow bases. I got the Prime and Lock and I got the Cut Crease Canvas, and this comes in multiple shades, and I got the white. And then I got the Reloaded palette called Marvellous Mattes. And I wish they had shade names, but it's just numbers on the back. But that would be so cool if they would give them actual shade names. So this is the colorful palette, which is what everybody seems to be into right now. And I also bought their mascara, which is just called the Mascara. So that is what I'm going to be using today. I thought you might like to see those four products in action. And so let's get started. I'm going to start off with the Prime and Lock eyeshadow primer. And this has a large doe foot applicator like a lot of concealers do. So I'm just going to put some of that. I'm just going to like dab it in the eye area like that, and then I'm going to blend it out with my finger. So I've already done the rest of my makeup, and as always, if you want to know any products that I have on, they will be in the description box. Oh, and by the way, I had mentioned in a previous video that I wanted to get another contour stick. The one that I always use is by Colormates, and I went to Big Lots and they don't carry it anymore. And I've never seen it anywhere else. So I had mentioned in a previous video that I was thinking about getting the Jordana one, since I was almost like anticipating not being able to get the Colormates one. But I like the Jordana one too, and then I walked in Walgreens one day, like I was saying, and the Jordana display was gone. So what I was going to do instead was buy a foundation stick and try to find a color that I thought would work for me. But the funny thing is, with foundation sticks, because of the formula, I don't know if that's going to work. So I've just been kind of looking at foundation sticks and looking at the colors and considering the formula if it's something that I've tried. And so I don't know, because I'm not really a fan of powder contours for some reason. I don't know why. I just really like stick contours. All right, let's go into this palette. I'm going to start with this brush by NYX. This is 16. And this pink shade right here is the perfect transition shade for me. This blends in so beautiful with my skin tone. It's like a light mauve. So I'm going to put some of that right in the crease. See how nicely that blends in with my skin. I mean, it's just ever so slightly darker than my skin, and that's what you want for a transition shade. You want something as close to your skin tone as possible. Now, if you follow me on social media, I posted a picture over the weekend using this palette, and in that picture, I used the blue, the white, the purple, the pink. I used a few pictures. I used a few colors, but it kind of looks like all I did was use the blue. I didn't take it quite up high enough. Plus I used a pigment as well. And I might do that today. I really haven't made up my mind yet. Okay, so that just looks like my skin, but just a little bit deeper. Okay, next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this e.l.f. brush and I'm gonna go into this teal because I did not use this shade. I didn't use that shade when I used this palette last time, and I'm kind of curious about it. So I'm just tapping off the excess. And this time we're going to go right in the crease. And I'm not going to take it up quite as far. Okay, this is actually blending pretty well on top of the eyeshadow base that I used and the other color. And that's really saying something. These palettes are only, how much did I pay for that? I want to say $7. It might have been $10. Let me just check. It was $7. That's a really good price for a palette this size. My experiences with Makeup Revolution have been very hit and miss over the years. But so far, my experience with this palette has been pretty good. I'm really liking this teal shade, the way it's blending. I'm also going to bring that down a little bit onto the lids on the outside part. So I'm just putting it like a little bit of product at a time. And now I'm trying to make sure that I get it right down into that lash line, because I don't want any gaps. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Revolution Cut Crease primer. And this has a really strange wand on it. It's a very stiff wand. And so you just want to put like the smallest amount of product on that you can, because it's super concentrated. And if you put too much, it's not going to look good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrape off all the excess product and just work with whatever is left on the brush. Even that might be too much. Yeah, you want it. This is a really important step, you guys. Otherwise, you're going to hate this. It's really concentrated. So now I'm just going to dab very lightly right on that inner part of the lid. Like that. I'm actually going to take a brush and just smooth that out a little bit. Just so we have a nice even base. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with, this is a clean brush that looks just like the one that I just used a second ago. And I'm going to go in with this sky blue shade. So I'm going to pick some of that up on my brush. And put that right over that base. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to go back into the teal and just pick up with that NYX brush, just pick up a little more of the teal and blend right between the two colors, just so that there isn't like a harsh line there. And then I'm going to add just a little more to the entire teal section, just so it doesn't look like super faded in comparison to the light blue, because the white cut crease base is really bringing that light blue to life. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this very small Jojoba brush. I'm going to go back into that teal. And I'm going to take some right along the lower lash line. Okay. Just going to add a little bit more. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clean brush. This is an e.l.f. brush. And I'm just going to dust right, or blend, I should say, not dust. I'm going to blend right along the edges, just so that we don't have any harsh edges there. I'm going to take this Maybelline Tattoo Studio gel pencil liner in deep teal and use that on the waterline. I'm going to take another clean brush. This is just a Jojoba brush. And I'm going to go into the white. And I'm going to put some of that right along the brow bone. I'm also going to do the inner corner. I'm going to curl my lashes. Now I'm going to go into the Revolution mascara, wipe off the excess product back into the container. And I always start with the lower lashes, because if I don't, I'm going to get smudging or transfer. Okay, I'm going to do the other eye off camera to save time and be right back. Okay, so that is the finished look, and what I did was the first eye that I worked on with you on camera, I just added a little bit more product in the center and blended just to give it more of that gradient look. So that is the finished look, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.